Hey guys, Venikan again here, and let's start this episode. It's episode 6 of Cassette Beasts, and if some crafty viewers out there might recognize that there is episode 5 missing, I might have some explaining to do here, because I was recording episode 5 after episode 4, and as I started the recording, I somehow managed to stuck OBS in the menu screen, and episode 5 is just 20 minutes of me talking over the menu screen of Cassette Beasts, and yeah, I kind of didn't want it to release that, so I guess we have to live without episode 5. So, what happened last episode? We took our first defeat. Yeah, we were defeated as we tried to get up Autumn Hill. So I redirected myself to the bottom, to the Dreadlands, where we actually recorded a Nevermore for the Hoyake quest. And yeah, it actually didn't, or it weren't too much stuff that happened. Just me running around, exploring a bit of the map. Party. I'm not sure if I swapped in Allseer last episode, so that might be something new, that I swapped Puppercut for Allseer. So let's see what happens this episode. So the thing is, what I did the last few days was playing the Pokemon DLC. The first part, what was it? Teal Mask, I think was its name. And I actually have to say, I really did like it. So I know there are some mixed reviews about Pokemon DLCs, and understandably there are some things that are or could be done better, but I actually like the Pokemon selection. I like the Pokemon selection. I like the map. I really like Kitakami. It's really pretty. And what surprises me the most, that something they actually were able to do the whole Gen 9 thing. They wrote characters that are likable. And this comes from a point, like, I don't know how you like the NPCs in Pokemon games, but all of the companion characters in Gen 9 are kinda good. So I like... Okay, first of all we got the Bolotino. Let's stop for a second. The Bolotino only has one defense mechanism, and that is to launch itself headfirst into danger when panicked. This is a bad idea, but the Bolotino will always do it anyway. So, doing things that are bad for you, because it's the only thing you know, fine with me. And we get the upgraded dash, and that's so important in this game. So, yeah, characters. Oh, I misclicked that. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this the other way around. I liked Nemona with it being an older character with the same motivation as the main character. I liked Arven, though at first I didn't like him. And Penny is just, it's Penny. Who doesn't like Penny? And then they had in the DLC, they had like Carmine and Kieran, I think. And when I first saw the two, I was like, they are weird with their weird hairstyle. And then like Carmine was like really mean to Kieran. And as the DLC progressed, you learn more about Carmine's motivations and why she is the way she is, and what she wants to do and like protect Kieran. And Kieran just becomes more and more of a dick. So I actually do like Carmine, and she was a really nice companion, and holy shit, she's really likable. But Kieran, on the other hand, not so much of a fan. The common squirrel, so let's swap to Cassette Beasts again. The common squirrel is often seen roaming the plains of New Viral, searching for opponents to battle. Despite their cute appearance, they are dedicated warriors and driven by an innate desire to self-improvement. Good. Nice. And we got the sticker with a bit more damage. Yeah. So actually, they did actually write really cool characters. And the Pokemon in the DLC. Who do we have? We have as a new Pokemon. We got Ogerpon with his masks. And actually, I think Ogerpon is kind of cute. So, not too bad. Then we have, okay, now it goes for Airwall. So, yeah, I never want, just distracted me a bit. Ogerpon is a cute design with his unique move being this Ivy Cudgel, which is some kind of a stick to beat down enemies. And the types that it can vary into with water, fire, rock. Yeah, really cool. Nothing more to say. Nice. It's a bit simple, I think. It could have more, like, it could wear the cudgel, like, permanently. But, yeah. Ogerpon, kinda cool. Let's see here, Traffic Crab. The Traffic Crab's cone isn't actually part of its body. It's merely a traffic cone that has washed up on the shores of New Viral and has been occupied by the creature. It is said that in the past they would instead find other objects to live inside, like kind of a hermit crab. So, yeah, Ogerpon, kinda cool. Then we have the free, how did they call them? The free loyals? Or the free loyal protectors, something like. They at first hailed them as protectors, and then you learned that the free mons are kind of dicks and not actually any form of protector. So let's go through them in the order I fought them. We have a Monkey Dory, a derpy little monkey. Which hits surprisingly hard. So, Monkey Dory is psychic poison, and it actually has nasty blood. Nasty blood for C or for one. No, it's for C. Sludge Wave and I think Psychic, and it actually hit so damn hard. Oh. So yeah, but still, I mean, still a cool Pokemon. Bit derpy in my eyes, so it's the second best of the three, in my opinion. So okay, double wall up, really nice. The next one I thought was Okidogi, and I, I'm not sure how to say this friendly, but Okidogi's idle animation in battle has its tongue out. And I think I've rarely seen a worse idle animation. I'm not sure. I think it's really, really, really bad. I I actually I should use melee attacks. I'm stupid here. Um, I actually thought like at first like this giant dog-like thing with muscles, it can be coolish, but the idle animation is just yeah, it's just plain weird. I'm not sure what to say more, what more to say than so sorry Okidogi, it's you're not for me. And then we have the third one, which is Pheasantipindi, and its moveset when you fight it is weird because it got flatter, swagger, beat up, which actually does no damage, and roost. So it actually, I think the plan is that it hopes that you hit yourself so long that you actually KO yourself. But it wasn't a challenging fight, by all means. So but it's the best design in my opinion, by far, by a long shot. Put the metal for itself. What other new Pokemon do we have? We have. Oh yeah, we have Diplin. Like the yeah the how do I call it best? The candy apple evolution of Applin. And Applin is a weird case because Applin, the idea of Applin, that the Applin itself is the worm inside of the apple, and the apple is just part of the disguise of the Pokemon, and the main thing that changes on the evolution on all forms is the apple. I mean, but with Diplin's case, you can actually say like you have the difference is that the stalk, the part of the Diplin that grows out of the top of the apple gets bigger. So I think, is it the best apple in evolution? Nah, I think the best apple in evolution is still Flapple, but it matches itself with Appleton for second place. So solid outing of Diplin. So, and the shiny, the yellow shiny, is really cool. I like all of Applin's shinies, like shiny Applin, shiny Flapple, shiny Appleton. They are all cool. And shiny Diplin, yeah, hits a spot. Oops, I fell into the river. And think I think we have one more Pokemon, new Pokemon. Let me think about it for a second. Oh no, this leave me alone, please.
Judas, my job.
We fight our second captain with Captain Judas. Let me think about it. There's another new Pokemon. Oh, yeah, it's Blood Moon Ursaluna. I think that's the one I mean. And yeah, I mean, what do you want me to say about Blood Moon Ursaluna then? Except it's like it creates the vibe of a zombie bear with the damaged eye, the only appearing in the foggy night. It's just a really, really goddamn cool design. Yeah. What can and should we talk about the DLC? Like, yeah, I think we talked about the story for a short amount of time here. So the story is rather short. So it's not like you go into that and it's like, oh yeah, I have like 20 hours of gameplay here. No, the story is more of like, it depends how fast you play. I'd say I needed around 5.5, 6 hours for the whole DLC. Mainly because I actually tried to explore every nook and cranny I saw, and I tried to catch every Pokemon as I went by. I tried to evolve everything. So I was working on my Kitakami decks right as I played through. And I think the story is well written. And there are actually some cool moments in there. Some cliche moments. Like, I really like the moment where you met with Carmine at the top of the Uni Mountain, where you are ambushed by the static melodic and you fight it together, and that was really cool. And the cliche moment when the grandpa reveals the whole story about Ogerpon and how it really was with the three loyals, and that actually Ogerpon is the good guy and the three loyals are the bad ones. And then you swear to yourself that you don't tell Kieran, and Kieran just sits at the edge of the wall and hears everything. Yeah, I mean, it actually just, it really can't get more cliche than that, I feel, because it's yeah, I mean, it's ultra cliche. And I don't mind. I mean, every story needs some tropey points here and there, and it's fully fine. The thing, and as I mentioned before, I really don't like was the how they portrayed Kieran, because I think this character had more to it than they gave him, I'd say. So he could have been a better character, but what he evolved into was just, how do I describe this best without being like ultra mean? He became this. Yeah, let's say it this way. Kieran is portrayed as a character who actually liked Ogerpon before he knew that Ogerpon was the good guy. So the idea in this story is you have a character who believes in Ogerpon because some reason, and with him believing in Ogerpon, you have a character who seems to know better than everybody else. But what I think, what actually fails a little here is the point that why he likes Ogerpon, in my opinion. Because he likes Ogerpon for the wrong reasons to actually be meaningful. If you understand what I mean. So, he likes Ogerpon because Ogerpon is cool and Ogerpon stood alone against 3 other monster Pokemons and actually held his own. And so his reason for liking Ogerpon in the story is not because he thinks Ogerpon is actually the good guy. His motivation is more childish. He thinks, oh, Ogerpon is cool because he beat 3 other guys. Which actually, you learn is not really why you should like Ogerpon. Because you should like Ogerpon because he's the good guy who just wanted to be accepted because he's different. And not because he beat 3 dudes up. Or he beat 3 dudes to a pulp. And actually, narratively killed them, I guess. So, his liking of Ogerpon and him being like the one that believed actually is overshadowed by the fact that he's actually just a child who believes that the guy who beat up 3 others is just cool. And I think that's where like Ogerpon failed me. Ogerpon, I say Kieran failed me a bit. So yeah, and his evolution becoming more of like oh, I want to be Ogerpon's trainer and it must be me, and all these kind of little things just makes me not like Kieran as much as I like Carmine. So yeah, Kieran is kind of a character I don't really think too much about. So I think we end the episode here because not actually too sure how long this episode is going to go now because I forget my little timer. But yeah, I wish you a nice day. I hope you enjoyed my little rambling about the Pokemon DLC, and have a nice one. See you in the next episode.